Hey guys, happy full moon coming through tomorrow. It's definitely coming in tonight because it's super, super heavy. But I wanted to give this prophetic message because Spirit was on my ass, y'all. Like, tell me why earlier today I got a spiritual download on some messages for the full moon in Aries for the collective, right? And I was getting the messages, and then I was like, I had a vision. I came on TikTok to give the message, and I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be in the daytime and things like that. But it made me realize my left hand started itching. I'm like, what in the hell? And not long after that, I had one of my protege message me like, girl, I'm hearing you supposed to give a message to the collective or something. So I was like, okay, this is confirmation. As I was on the phone, Spirit was like, get your ass off the phone and send this collective message. So this is what we finna do. So, tomorrow, going into tonight, right? The full moon is in Aries. And this is very, very significant, right? Because astrologically speaking, we're going into the North Node in Aries at this time. Okay. So, we're technically in Aries North Node still. And we're coming out of it very soon, going into the Pisces North Node. So this is very, very significant. But whenever we think of Aries, we're thinking of a self-identity switch. Okay. I've always told people that Aries energy is the divine masculine of the zodiac, and Capricorn is the divine feminine of the zodiac. And so, what are the energies surrounding masculine? Self-identity, structure, stability. It gives the Emperor card in the tarot. And with the full moon in Aries, this is about a self-identity switch for the collective. This is the time where expressing the emotion of anger is validated. For these next couple weeks, it might get a little chaotic out here, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, because whenever we have Aries energy, Aries can bring in some chaotic energy. It can bring abrupt changes in war, fighting. What am I fighting for? Am I fighting for myself? Am I fighting for my authentic self? Am I fighting for my beliefs? Am I fighting for what is right? We might start to feel the energy of the rebel come through, but through righteous anger for the collective. And a lot of times when it comes to righteous anger, it's justification of karmic retribution. And right now during eclipse season, we are going through karmic retribution where there's karmic debts owed at this time. So what is it that I need to release that's no longer who I am? Is there a part of me where I'm standing 10 toes down on what I feel is correct for me? Or am I just going with what everybody else does in order to just blend in? You're here to stand out on your own authentically. It's time to take off the mask and be who you are truly meant to be. And if that means fighting for your truth, do that. Why suppress the anger? A lot of us have been abused to suppress anger because we have people instill fear into us that broke down our warrior spirit. And that's what this Aries energy is about, is the warrior spirit. I'm fighting for a cause here in something. I'm standing and being assertive with myself. No, I'm not going to allow you to swift me, manipulate me, and have me think and feel a certain way. I'm going to come up with things with my own mind. What I feel is truly correct for me authentically. And the trauma responses that makes you have on all of those masks and suppressed anger is all going to come to the forefront for you to make peace with. So for some of you guys, y'all might even have confrontational encounters these next couple weeks with some people who might try to start a fight with you. Sometimes in order for us to let out that part of ourselves to release, so we're no longer scared of that aspect of ourselves, of that warrior spirit in us. Because why? Most people are a bystander. You will deal with opposing forces through people who will test you, who will put you in a position to even bully you to get a rise out of you. Are people that has been your spiritual bully your whole life. This can be family members, this can be friends, whatever it may be. But the oppositional energy is not there to attack you, to put you down. It's there to rise that warrior spirit into you, to stand up for yourself, to speak your truth authentically, unapologetically, and not give a fuck. Now, on the dark side of Aries, sometimes it's act first and think later. So you definitely have to be careful and mindful maturely. How can I approach this and speak my truth? You don't got to always yell. You don't have to always go off. And in some cases, you might have to go off to prove a point to people for them to finally leave you alone, to respect you. And so during this full moon, it's going to be very intense. Be careful on the road. There can be more road rage. Pay attention to your road rage on the road. People can be a little bit more chaotic. Aries rules the head energy, right? The head. So some of you guys can get headaches. Some of you guys might get migraines. Some of y'all might have issues in the head, organs in the head, mouth, eyes, nose. These are signs that it's time to balance your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, or your crown chakra. Some of you guys have been caught so much in illusions to who you think you are that now Spirit during this full moon in Aries is saying it's time to strip the part you thought who you were. A lot of y'all still not showing up who you truly meant to be. A lot of y'all still want to blend in to keep yourselves comfortable when you're supposed to get out of your comfort zone. You got to show the world to real you, collective. And sometimes Spirit is going to shake some things up. I'm having a vision of the Tower card in Tarot, which is there's going to be a lot of Tower moments. This is divine intervention coming in to disrupt something in some of y'all lives that needed to be moved out the way that was no longer serving you. And that's what this eclipse season is about, the next 3 months from the lunar eclipse in Pisces. Pisces deals with emotional healing. But what is a part of emotional healing is validating your emotions, even the ones that don't feel good. Anger, frustration, anxiety. Give love back to those spaces. Why? Because the sister sign to Aries is Libra, Venus energy here. Some of you guys are going to have to be dealing with personal relationships. Relationship to self and how you are with other people is going to come to the forefront. Are you able to self-reflect yourself and how you are? Why do you keep attracting or allowing certain people and their energies into your life? How does that reflect you as a person? Because now, collective, we're going into the space of universal love soon to the collective next year. Nine of Hearts year deals with universal love, unconditional love, but love with boundaries. And when it comes to Aries energy, are you setting healthy boundaries with people? And the people who can't respect your boundaries, are you willing to walk away? Is the people in your life reflect the true you? Because if you're upset that you don't really have no real people around you, why is that? Are you being real with yourself? Do you keep having a mask on that you don't want to admit to yourself? Maybe the people around you is only seeing the person that is a lie that you give as a mask to protect yourself as a defense mechanism. So now there is no more Delulu. It's time for the true Lulu. It's time to take some self-accountability. So as a collective, we're all going through this realization. Damn, I really need to show up as me and move forward in that. And any type of trauma, deep psychologically, that's really hindering these aspects of my self-identity or this self-concept about myself, I'm going to have to deal with this head on and make peace with it. This is the only way I'm going to heal. The people, places, and things that has hurt me in the past, let me validate that pain instead of dealing with the projections of victim blaming. Let me actually make peace with that and put love back in those spaces. And when it comes to love, it comes without judgment. Even not even judging yourself and your feelings that you feel, but give yourself love in those spaces to make peace with it. The people who's hurt you, to give them love. That's a whole nother level of emotional intelligence. People who intentionally hurt you, can you still show and give love? And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to pour that back into yourself. So this is the objective of self-love and how that reflects to others at this time, the next 2 weeks. Now the divine masculine is coming in to say it's a little bit chaotic out here. Now it's time to find a sense of stability and structure deep within yourself to prepare you to learn that you're not meant to be alone, but you need to be in a sense of solitude to figure you out, to be more balanced, that you can show up for yourself better and for others. Because you're not meant to do things alone. You're not meant to be alone. Can you open your heart to allow people in to take the weight for you? Are you the type of person that thinks you always have to take all the weight on your own? There has to be a balance between relationship to self and others in that space. This is the time where any of you who wants to manifest from this full moon, be willing to make sacrifices of aspects of yourself that you can no longer take with you for whatever you're trying to manifest. Because a lot of the things that we want to manifest requires a whole new us. Some of you guys are about to go through a lot of endings. Synchronization numbers that came to me today: 515, 212, and 911. 555, 777. As well as quadruple eights, 8888. So some of these can resonate with you guys. I'm also getting 111 and 1111 for some of you, but mainly 111 more than anything. Also 222. Also 444. These are energies I'm getting right now. Some of you, Spirit is requiring you to go in hermit mode. Get away from the world. You've been so distracted with the outside world that you don't know who you are anymore. And the only way you're going to be able to find self again from this full moon in Aries is getting away from the world to be present with you and yourself. You're going to have to balance your mind, body, and spirit again. You're going to have to discipline yourself for what you're asking for. And whatever you're asking for, make sure it's not coming from a place of your ego, but from heart-centered truth that reflects your authentic self. Two of the highest frequencies universally is love and authenticity. Because authenticity says, I love myself as I am. I do enough. I have enough. And I am enough. Do I got things to work on? Yes. I am flawed. But that does not make me any less lovable. So some of you guys are not giving yourselves permissions to receive. Some of you guys ain't even taking action on the things that Spirit has called you to do, or what your soul is gravitating towards. This is not the time anymore to play small. It's time to take calculated risk. What are you waiting for? Spirit is saying, why are you waiting for opportunities when you can make them right now? Some of you guys are just too lazy to take initiative and put things into action. So some of you guys might need to work on the solar plexus and the root chakra. Certain things that you can do for the solar plexus is solar plexus chakra frequency music. Associate more with the color yellow, whether it's fruits or vegetables. Wearing the color yellow more. Integrating with the color yellow. I'm hearing success for some of you guys with the color yellow. More success and opportunities come. Allow yourself to shine. Some of y'all going to have to go through the inner child healing. Usually for most of us who got self-identity issues as a collective, has inner child wounds. Who are the people in your life that projected their truths, their fears, their traumas onto you, and you internalized it as your truth? Let those shits go, because it's not yours to take on. That was other people's shit from your past who made you think that was your reality. But who do you choose to be? And that's what this full moon in Aries is about as a totality here. Also, the crystal citrine is good for the solar plexus. For a lot of you guys with the root chakra, y'all need to associate with the color red. And the color red is connected to Aries. All right. So, carnelian is a good crystal for the root chakra. Listen to some root chakra frequency sounds. Eat more fruits and vegetables to ground your energy. What are some fears that you're still battling with that's stopping you from being authentic? Face those fears head on. Fears is only an energetic catalyst. Use it to push you forward, not to hinder you. If your solar plexus is blocked, you're blocked by shame. What do you feel ashamed of as a person? Who made you feel like that? Go back and take your power back in that space. You deserve to shine. You don't have to wait for people to make room for your energy. You just show up as you are. And those who can't handle your energy, let them repel. That's for your protection. And those who loves your energy will love you for it. Make room for yourself. Stop trying to dim your energy comfortably for people. Be yourself at all times. Because the only way you're going to test if people really love you is if they make room for your authentic signature, your energetic signature, your space within yourself. Do you accept you? If not, you can't expect other people to. How can you even speak truth for other people and you can't even speak your own truth out loud? How can you speak for the collective if you can't speak your own voice and thoughts? Think about that. It's so easy for other people to speak for others, but for themselves. So this is something to reflect, collective, during this full moon in Aries for the next couple of weeks. Pay attention to elections around this time as well. Elections can get kind of chaotic around here. There might be some truths coming out. This is an activation from the solar eclipse in Aries back in April, when the divine masculine was coming in to merge with the divine feminine. So now the divine masculine is coming in with full moon in Aries as the energetic force to push some things through that's been stagnant in the collective. People still trying to run away from themselves. And Spirit is saying during this full moon in Aries, you ain't going to be able to do that anymore. Now it's time to buck up or shut up. So this is the, collective prophetic message I have. Pay attention. There could potentially be more violence around this time. Be careful out here in these streets. It can be quite dangerous. And remember, guys, we're not fighting flesh upon flesh. We're fighting with spirits in high places and principalities. This is spiritual warfare out here. So y'all going to have to put on y'all warrior spirits. It might get a little crazy. But trust yourself and your intuition, your instincts, and your intuitive guidance at this time, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.